Here we go. Good morning, beautiful people. Happy Tuesday. Y'all already know what time it is. Today is another day to be great. Look, a winner is a dreamer that never gives up. Always keep going, always striving for more. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And always remember to love, shout it.
Ooh, buenas. How's everybody doing this morning? Ooh, as you guys could tell, guess who's in the house? The myth, the man, the legend himself, Tori. Ooh. Hi, Tori. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, as usual.
Being great, leveling up
every day, every single day.
I love that. Well,
how you doing?
Good. Always good. Trying to stay positive as always.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes. Well, guys, are you a CEO of Jungle Gym, personal trainer at Gold's Gym, all around funny guy?
I just do my thing.
Yeah, you just vibe. I love that. You're such a positive person all the time.
I have to.
Yeah.
It's the only way to be, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of people, are negative, and it just like brings down yourself,
Oh, for sure.
And I hate being that. I hate being around that kind of stuff,
Always gotta be happy and stuff.
Always trying to be happy.
Love
Always.
that. Well, thanks for being here. Well, let the people hear what you're here for. So, who is Tori? Who are you? How do you define yourself?
So I kind of went through a rebranding phase of myself, because before I felt like I wasn't living up to my full potential. Because I always kind of I would, stay on the back burner. I wasn't posting as much. I wasn't, talking to as many people. I just was kind of staying in the dark,
Mm-hmm.
Went through a little rough time in life, but, and now I'm like, it's time to show greatness. You know
Yes.
what I mean? And that's kind of like my new self, greatness.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's not an alter ego. It's just what was already inside of me.
Yeah.
And I'm just letting it shine. That's basically who I am.
I love that.
And everything I do from here on out is going to be greatness. Whether I make mistakes, which we're all going to make, or fail, I know that it's going to be great, regardless.
I love that. Ooh, thank you for that. I never knew that side of you. So thank you for educating all of us who Tori is. I love that. Because I just see you as Tori, the gym guy, the funny guy.
Yeah, everybody just...
But nobody knows what's behind you.
Yeah. I think even just, I guess, with my family relationships, because I don't really talk to my family as much, I'm out here, I'm in Colorado by myself. I have no family at all here.
Yeah.
I'm just here kind of just trying to, one, discover myself, which I think I have already. And then two, just keep learning more.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Love that. Well, let's get to some questions. What made you get into fitness? What was your journey to get as what you are, as you are now?
Yeah. So, I've always been in the sports my entire life, pretty much. From time I can remember, I started playing sports, and then from there I played football for a long time. I played football since Pee-wee, I was a little kid. Yeah,
mini Tori, running around,
big head with the helmet on, just
bobbling back and forth.
Yeah, and then, I played middle school, high school. I tried out in college, didn't do so well, but it's a part of life.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I kind of went through a phase where, as soon as I failed in college, I kind of found the gym.
Yeah.
Per se, the lifting aspect of it. Because before I would always just enjoy running routes, catching the football, playing around, playing basketball. That was one of my things that I really liked to do. Wasn't really good at it, but I liked to play it. But I think once I found actually lifting weights, I was like, man, this is fun.
Yeah.
This is cool. I like the
felt your
burn.
thing, yeah.
I was like, okay. I like the burn. I like the way it makes me feel, the confidence it gives me.
Not being able to walk the next day.
Yeah, I like that. You know what I mean? Not being able to lift my arm up and wash underneath my armpit. I don't know. I just like that feeling for some reason. I don't know. But I think the biggest thing is that people were like, this. I can't remember, but who told me first? But it was either this lady or this guy who's like, you know what you should do? You should try out bodybuilding. And I was like, I never read nothing about no body. I heard about like Arnold, like from like lifting in school, like high school and stuff. But I never knew what bodybuilding was. I just knew they took off their clothes and they were oiled up. And,
and all tan and shit.
Yeah, all tan and stuff. And they're like showing off their muscles. Yeah. And you know, my first like I guess inclination of them were like my first view of them was like they were douchebags and they were just like mean and rude people, you know, because they thought they were better than everybody. You know, that's my first like viewpoint of them, and I was kind of hesitant to it, you know.
Yeah, of course.
I just was like, nah, I don't really want to be associated with that, especially because I was kind of like this happy kid, you know,
of
like
course.
Goofy guy. Like I just didn't want to be a part of that. Because I remember one time you told me like before, like you thought I was like this cocky guy.
Oh yeah, you look like such an asshole when I saw you at Vasa, because you walk around. I mean, you do that now, but now that I know you it's just you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to walk around Vasa and I was like, this motherfucker looks like an asshole.
Yeah.
I would avoid every time I would go to the gym. You were always there for some reason, and I would avoid you. I would go, I'm going the opposite way.
Yeah.
Because you just walk around. I guess it was you walking around with confidence, but to me, it rated off as cockiness. It just seemed like I was like, oh, this guy again.
But I feel like that's the thing though with like bodybuilding. It gives you, or not bodybuilding, but lifting weights. It gives you such a level of confidence that you couldn't get any other place besides, you know, with like knowledge. You know what I mean? Of course. Like your physical body is like the first thing people see about you. You know what I mean? So it gives you like another sense of confidence, like another layer. You know what I mean? So like if you have the knowledge and the body, it's just almost like a protective shield, you know, like a big thing that says, wow, like I'm confident, you know? So I think that's kind of what really kept me in it, is the confidence boost that I got, because I was dealing with mental health issues. I was dealing with depression, anxiety, all that good stuff. Well, not good stuff.
Yeah.
I was dealing with all that.
Yeah.
And I just was kind of like, dang, bro, like I need to do something. You know, school wasn't really working out for me. I was having a hard time. Like it was very hard for me. Like it was bad. And then I just kept going and I'm still going, and I'm like, never stop.
Nope,
going,
never
until I'm dead.
Yeah. You can rest when you're dead, huh?
Yeah,
sleep when you're dead.
I sleep when I'm dead. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that's what got me started in fitness. Big time.
What were you going to college for?
Exercise science.
Oh, sick. So you're already kind of like in that aspect.
So actually what happened was I wasn't an exercise science major at first. At first I was like business, marketing. And I just kind of was like, this is not what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like this is not, this is not me. You know what I mean? It's just too sedentary, just two numbers. Like, I mean, exercise science is numbers too, but like it wasn't numbers that I was interested in, you know?
Of course.
I wasn't really feeling it. And then, like I said, the lifting weights came into play. And then I was like, went to my counselor, and I was like, yo, this is not me. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to do this anymore. So I transferred into the exercise science program, and it was one of the best decisions in my life, because now I have a lot of knowledge on what I want to do, you know, what I'm very passionate about. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And you can educate people.
And I can help educate people. And that's the biggest thing is I really love helping people out with the fitness aspect. Nutrition, I'm still trying to get that down like to the T. Nutrition is hard because everybody's bodies are very different. So it's super hard to like get that down. But that's one thing that I really want to get down, so I can help people all walks of life, everywhere. It's my biggest goal now. Yep.
So is that what got you to become a personal trainer then?
Yeah.
Or how did you
actually,
get into
yeah.
that?
So I was I did an internship at Greeley West High School. I did my internship there, and I was having a great time there. The kids were cool. Everybody was dope. Like they were like trying to, you know, they were kind of like cool with me because I was kind of similar in age, you know. Obviously not like super similar in age, but I was close enough to them where I could relate to what they were doing, you know, but I was also in that older age so that I could have like an older responsibility, you know? So I had a little bit of power, but I also was like,
you could be like a mentor to them.
Yeah, I could be like a kid mentor to them, you know what I mean? And it just felt really cool because I was like, dang, this is dope. And then I was like, why not not help general population? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why not help the regular everyday person that doesn't really care about sports, that doesn't really care about fitness like that? They just want to help themselves out. So what happened was I during 2020 COVID year, I was working in the oil field right after graduation. This college graduation, I was working in the oil field, and one of my buddies, he was like, hey, I got this opportunity for you. And I was like, he was like, I got this opportunity. And I was like, where at? He was like, at Gold's Gym. And I was like, Gold's Gym? We don't have a Gold's Gym.
Yeah.
And they were just making.
I was in the process.
Yeah, I was in the process of being Gold's. So, sorry, they told me it's because she's going into a transition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they told me that I should apply, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll apply. And they're like, make sure you have your NASM certification. And I was like, okay, I'll go get that. So NASM is the National Academy of Sports Medicine. It's a certification program. Basically, they give you like personal training certifications, they give you strength and conditioning certifications, they give you elderly,
like all of it. Yeah,
whatever certification you need that deals with physical fitness, you can get it from them. There's also like the ISSA, there's all these other ones, ACE certifications and stuff. But I went through NASM, and it was probably one of the best things I did. I learned a lot from them. But anyway, she told me to go get that, and I was like, okay, cool. So I went and called up the manager at Gold's, and I was like, yo, you gotta you got something for me? Like
I'm
you gotta
here.
I'm hungry. I'm ready to work. Like I'm tired of working in the oil field. It's hot out here. Like
you're like, this isn't for me. I need the AC.
Literally, I was sitting up there like, bro, these FRs is not for me. I was like, they got these black people out here doing all this slave work. I was sitting
You're like, my ancestors would not be enjoying this. They are mad right now.
My ancestors are pissed off at me.
They're like, bro, what the hell? You need to be indoors.
It was like, we worked our asses off for you to be inside doing something.
You need to be in the AC.
Yeah. So for real, that's literally what happened. Like I was like, dang, bro, I'm really tired of. I got a college degree basically right now. I'm about to get this NASM certification, working in the oil field. I mean, I was making great money. Like great money.
Of course.
I miss that money.
Yeah, you're like, that was a different type of money.
That was a different type of money. You know, I was eating steaks every night. Like, now I'm eating like cereal. I'm eating cereal. Like, and not even Fruit Loops. I'm eating like the Fruity Tooties. The Cookie Crisps. I can't even afford the Captain Crunch.
Is that when you start eating the Kodaks?
No, literally though, I can't afford the Kodiak cakes anymore. Them things is like $5 a box. I'm like, dang, bro. Like,
Kodak, if you're this, where is it? Kodak
cakes.
Kodiak cakes. Sponsor my man here.
Hey, y'all already hit me up on Instagram. Hit
him up again.
Hit me up again.
Get this man on the sponsorship.
I need at least 10 of them things a week.
Yeah.
10 of them.
That's so much.
That's all I want. 10 of them little things.
That's all he asked for.
That's it.
You don't even need a discount code. Just get him the food.
Just give me the food for real. Nah, but like as soon as I hit him up, I was like, yo, you got an interview for me? Like I showed up.
You're like, I'm ready.
Like, I'm ready to go. And he was like, you got your NASM certification? I was like, yeah, it's in the works right now. Like I just got to take my test. Cause I just bought it. I literally as soon as she told me, I bought it like quick. And then he was like, you got your certification? I was like, yeah, it's in the works. Like I'm hungry. Like I'm ready to go, you know?
Yeah.
So the same day he called me in, he's like, you got time at 11? I said, yeah.
Yeah. I'll make time.
I make time. Cause like I was off, you know? It was right at like COVID time. So I was off. I was just sitting on my behind. So I like basically put on some clothes, went over. I mean, I dressed up nice, obviously. I wouldn't.
Suit and tie.
Yeah. I was looking clean out there. Yeah. But I came out there and I was like, yo, hook me up. So he gave me the front desk position first for like the first month or two, and then he eased me into the training position. Yeah. And I was like, this has been a blessing, man. I can't thank God enough. I can't thank, myself enough.
Yeah, that you pushed
that I
yourself.
actually pushed myself to doing it. And I've been doing it now for personal training for like 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's been.
And if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have been.
If it wasn't for them, I would have been probably still in the oil field. Or, I don't know what I would have been doing to me.
Slaving away.
Slaving away. I'd have been burnt up out there. I'd have been looking like this
Extra
damn
toasty.
table. I'd have been crispy. Yeah, it would have been bad.
Yeah.
Been bad.
All right, Tori. So what motivates you to keep going, pretty much? Like, is there like one specific thing, or is it just like...
I think the biggest thing that motivates me is like not going back to where I used to be. That's like the biggest thing. Because like, bro, when I tell you I was in a dark place, like probably about 5-6 years ago. I was in a very, very bad place in life. Like was in mental hospitals. Like,
shit.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. I was in a bad place about 5-6 years ago. And I don't want to go back to that place ever again. Like, I should probably go to therapy. I looked into it because it's worth the investment for sure. But I definitely was like, man, I can't do that again. Because it was crying a lot of suicidal thoughts. Just big time. Dark places, and the next thing is just myself, like wanting to be better. It's just like there's something on the there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want to get to that light. That's kind of like the one thing that really motivates me. And then my parents are pretty, I wouldn't say wealthy, but they're well off.
Yeah.
They got it made, and I think that always outshining your parents is like one thing that everybody wants to do.
Oh yeah.
No matter what they say or what they want, they want to do better than what their parents did. And I think that's the one thing I really want to do. And my girlfriend now, she actually sent me this podcast.
Yeah.
And it was talking about creating a legacy for the people down the road, you know what I mean? Like the people that come after me, children, grandchildren. And she's like, use your last name to use your last name. It was distracting me so bad.
Smoothness. When you forget to put on Do Not Disturb.
It literally was distracting me. I had to throw it off. Sorry.
Okay.
It was like, and I was like, what the f- is that?
I'm like, oh,
I was like, Chloe, you farting over there?
Chewing and booting.
No, but like it was like talking about creating a legacy using your last name, and then like what do you want to be remembered by? You know what I mean? And that's one thing that I've been trying to get in my head now. Is like, yo, I want to be remembered as greatness. You know what I mean? Like nobody can really say anything bad about me.
You want to be like a household name.
You know what I mean? I want to be somebody like, okay, this guy did this, and I want my kids and my grandkids and everybody else to be like, oh, your dad is Tori? Your dad's greatness?
Aww,
that's super dope. Or your grandchildren or your grandfather is greatness? Dang, bro, that's super cool. Like, like Michael Jackson's kids, Michael Jordan's kids, like Selena's kids, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, like those kind of people, you know what I mean? I want them to have something to live off of, you know what I mean? That's my biggest thing. Biggest thing right now, yeah.
So do you feel like your younger self is proud of you right now, or not yet, or almost? Or you think you've made your younger self proud of you?
I think my younger self is definitely proud of where I'm at, but my younger self is like, bro, keep going. Like, don't even stop. Like, why? Like why are you why are you staying, why are you stagnant? You know what I mean? Like, get up and get going. You know what I mean? You got stuff to do. You got things to accomplish. I started working on new projects just to like, you know what I mean? Like to keep myself not busy, but to give myself
the motivation.
More motivation. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Super fun.
I love that.
I love it. I love it. I love
So
it.
how's Jungle Gym going? Your clothing brand.
Yeah, so me and my business partner right now, just trying to figure out
What's
ways.
next?
Yeah, what's next? Trying to figure out ways to kind of like with our schedules, busy schedules, how to communicate, how to get product in, where to get the product from. You know, just going through hiccups. You know what I mean? Just like any other business, because you know it's hard to produce good quality
Of course.
fast. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like we can get Haynes and Gildan, like
and call it a day.
Call it a day. You know what I mean? But we pride ourselves on quality. We try to get the nicest things just because we think that quality is what gives us value.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Because if we give you guys like Haynes, like I said, and you guys can be like, oh, we could have bought this at Walmart.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean?
Like, why are you charging me $40 for a shirt? Could have bought for $5. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And I'm like, nah, that's not who we are. You know what I mean? And that's not who we want to be. And my partner he stressed that out big time. Like, he's like, I want quality. And I was like, I understand. We definitely need to put quality out there. And then for me, my biggest thing with the brand is trying to get the message out there, who we actually are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what we stand for. Because I feel like a lot of people, you know, they always look at things and they say, oh, that's a cool logo or that's a cool design or whatever. And I'm like, nah, that's not what I think about the brand. You know what I mean? I want you to feel what I feel when I put on this shirt. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
feel greatness.
I want you to feel greatness. I want you to feel like every day that you can go out there and level up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I that's what I really want you to feel like, not just in the physical, but in the mental, the spiritual, the educational, you know what I mean? Every aspect of life, you should be able to, you know, go out there and level up, you know what I mean? Be great. That's really it, you know. I think we're supposed to be having a November 12th. We're having an event at another bodybuilding show competition, where we're gonna sell shirts, shorts.
And your new merch or the same stuff that
we might drop something new there.
Ooh, everybody. There we go.
Yeah, we might drop something new there. You know, just depends. We'll see.
Maybe a little surprise.
A little something. And then on the 19th of November, we're supposed to be having a flag football tournament, like a turkey bowl. Yeah. We had one last year. Had a great turnout. We had a lot of people out there. It was 100 plus people out there. It was pretty good. I think this year we're gonna try and do the same thing.
Any footballers out there?
Yeah. Make sure you guys come to that. But yeah, we're really trying to make this brand blow up because
I feel like you're getting there though. For sure.
It's easy, but it's hard.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's consistency.
It's one of those things like you have to catch the right person at the right time and boom, you're good.
Boom, yeah. I don't know if you know Dominic. Dom or
oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what people call her, but yeah, Dom, she's really helped us out a lot with her following. She's doing really well on social media. She's very consistent with her stuff, and I love the messages she always puts out on social media. It's super inspiring. She actually like helps me out big time, like with posting because like I don't really know much. I don't know really much about social media. I'm active on social media as far as posting goes, but I'm not active on like I don't watch it. You know, does that make sense? I don't really get on it. So she really has helped me out big time in that aspect. Yeah. So shout out to Dom. Yeah. But
shout out, girl. Ooh.
We on the way. We on the way though.
You guys are
on the way.
I have like mostly everything you guys ever put out. I have a shirt pretty much in every color and everything.
Jungle the leggings goes crazy. Yeah.
I would show up and be like, "Oh, like your shirt, thanks." I haven't got the shorts yet, but I'll get there for sure.
It's all right. The shorts gonna be there.
Yes, they will. So piggybacking back on the whole competing thing. How many shows have you done?
4 now.
4 now.
Yeah, 4 now. This last show I had just gotten back from Mexico. So I was in Mexico with my girlfriend for a week.
Yeah, living your best life.
Living my best life.
If anyone saw the viral TikTok, Tori was taking shots. I was like, Tori taking shots? He's always like, don't be drinking alcohol. And I'm like, yes, sir. and you're over here taking shots. I'm like, excuse me, sir.
I was like, dang, bro, what is life? Like,
who is this? You weren't Tori, you were Tori.
I was like, Antonio. No, but no, I was there, and I mean, it was a wonderful experience. I'm one of those guys that like to go places, and I like to experience the culture. That's the type of person I am.
Where'd you go, Zacatecas?
Zacatecas. I went to Sombrerete. Zacatecas. It was a super small town, like probably like this, a little bit smaller than Greeley.
Like Evans.
Yeah, like Evans.
Like Eaton, you would say?
Yeah, more like Eaton. Like Eaton, where everybody knows everybody. You know the family, you know what I mean? It was pretty dope. Like one of those type of towns. Only thing I say I really loved there, like more than anything in the world, was these hot dogs.
Were they bacon wrapped?
No, they had no. I mean, yes, they had an option. I tried to stay as clean as possible, but I couldn't.
Yeah, like, you just can't. When in Rome.
Yeah, when in Rome. Facts. When in Mexico, you can't. Like it was just one of those things where I was like, man, there was no protein shakes. It was like
no Premier Protein.
No Premier Protein. I brought some of my own stuff with me, just so that I could have it, but I didn't have nearly enough stuff to maintain what I had, But that's besides the point. Like I was there and I was having a great time, and I came back, and Kira Collins, she's one of the coaches at Greeley or at Golds, and she was like, bro, hop on stage. Yeah. And I was like, I'm not ready.
Bro, I just ate fucking 10,000 hot dogs. I didn't have enough protein. I just took shots.
I literally was like, I am not in the shape at all. I was 215 pounds, like bulk, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like there was no way that I could hop on stage. And I was like telling her, I was like, nah, I don't really want to do this. Like, and she was like, no, do it. And I was like, no, dude, I'm not going to do it. So like 2 weeks of her just bothering me. She was just nagging me the entire time, like getting on my nerves, literally like.
Until you said yes.
No, I didn't say yes. I literally didn't. I never
so
said
you
yes.
Never technically said yes.
I never technically said yes. She's like, we're signing you up today.
And you're like,
I was
okay.
Like, okay. And then she's like, here's my card. And then she paid for it and everything. And I was like, all right. I guess we're doing this thing.
You're like, perfect.
So I'm like one of those guys that if I do something, I do it 100%. Like I don't slack off like with certain things, like especially when it comes to fitness, I'm going to do it to 1,000%, So what I did was I went and, prepped myself. She gave me my food. I did all my workouts by myself. She was like, eat this, eat that, eat this. And I was like, all right, cool. I'll just follow this eating. And then she just made me do this. Oh, excuse me. I'm exhausted.
You're fine.
But yeah, she basically pushed me really hard to do this show. I was doing up to 2 hours of cardio at the end of it. Yeah. It was pretty brutal. Yeah. I was exhausted. I was eating maybe 1,200 calories. Like,
oh, damn.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah. I was eating nothing like compared to what I usually eat.
Yeah, of course.
And day before yesterday, I weighed 181 pounds.
Fuck, that 181
pounds.
From 215.
From 215, yeah. It was crazy. Like, I mean, my face slimmed down really crazy. My body, like, I was like, dang, dude, I have abs. I got obliques and stuff. Like, I was grabbing my skin and I was like, dang, there's nothing but skin and water. Yeah. So yeah, it was just. It was a hard cut, but yeah, this is my first show in this OCB. It's a natural show. So the shows I've been in before were non-tested shows. So they were like people who were taking performance enhancement drugs. So it was just kind of like a new.
Yeah, natural.
Everybody's natural, new size, and they kind of told me, they were like, "Dude, you're way too big to be in this this class." And I was like, "What?
You're like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?" Like they're like, you should be in bodybuilding or classic physique in these shows. And I was like, what? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Like, because obviously coming from the non-tested shows, those guys are a lot bigger than the guys that are in the natural.
And stuff, yeah.
So they were a lot bigger. So I was like, in my mind, I was like, dang, I'm gonna be the smallest guy here.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
And you're one of the bigger ones.
I was
yeah.
one of the biggest guys on stage. I was like 180. I was probably 183 pounds on stage, and they were just like, "You're huge, man," and I was like, "What?"
You're like, "Thank you."
it's like, thanks, I guess. Like, yeah, so I was super confused. Like why? Like, so I'm just kind of like trying to figure it out as far as like where I want to stay at. I think I want to stay in the natural side.
Yeah.
Just because of the fact that like I'm not gonna ever take anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm never gonna get on anything. Like, it's just my preference in life.
Because in the long run, it fucks with you, right?
Well, it's not so much that. Well, obviously, yeah, in the long run, it will mess you up. But like, it's not so much that I don't want to. It's just that I want to set an example for like you know certain people.
I love that.
I want to set an example like, oh, I can do this without. You know, I want to prove it to myself that I can do it without any help. Not to say that, not to knock anybody else who's on PEDs and stuff, because they're working hard as well. They're working probably harder because their body has to
keep up with it.
Yeah, they have to keep up with it. But I just want to set an example, set the tone for natural athletes. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we can do this naturally. You know what I mean? You can keep it up.
Yeah, and that's crazy because I thought all bodybuilding shows you had to be natural, so I didn't even know that there was one that you yes and no.
Yep. So
that's crazy.
The IFBB Pro or the IFBB is, or the NPC, that's technically what it's called. Those guys are all pretty much on gear. That's what it's called. Yeah, gear.
That's crazy.
Which
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I thought it was like illegal, like to like enhance yourself like that. So
No,
I was like, oh, I thought everyone was natural.
No, it's very legal.
That's insane.
It's very legal.
That's crazy.
Yep. So I had to do a lie detector test. I had to take a I didn't take a piss test because I didn't win my pro card. But after you win your pro card, you take a piss test. They make sure that you're
natural as fuck.
Natural. Yeah, which is which is a really good thing, so that people who come from the NPC down, they can't just like, you know,
destroy
win
everybody. Yeah,
win
of
and
course.
take everything. Yeah. It was pretty cool though. Like I said, good experience. It was a lot different than what I'm used to, but it was definitely a great experience, and I think I'll go back again.
Yeah,
I will go back again. Not think, I will go back next time. I'm gonna win.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Now I know what to expect. Yep.
Now you're more prepared for that.
Yep.
Love that. Do you have any advice for people that want to get into fitness?
I think the biggest thing is just finding out, I guess, like what you're committed to.
Like what the end goal is?
Yeah, what your end goal is. Because I feel like a lot of people, they want to look a certain way. Like I told you before, like
I said I wanted to look like Meg the Stallion. He told me that wasn't. He's like, no.
I just no, it's setting realistic expectations, you know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of people, they want to look like a certain person, or they want to look like other people, you know? And that's not realistic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want to look like freaking Superman, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not a realistic expectation, you know what I mean? I want to look like the Hulk, but I know for a fact I'll never be able to look like the Hulk unless I got on some type of enhancement, you know what I mean?
Of course.
It's just like, that's just like how it goes, you know? So I set realistic expectation for myself. So I say, okay, let me beat the guy that I was last week, or let me beat the guy that I was last year or last competition. Let me beat that guy.
Yeah.
Or saying, okay, I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months. You know what I mean? Because that's a realistic expectation. Or 2 months. Course. That's a realistic expectation for yourself. Like, I know that for a fact I'm not going to try and do it in a week because that's unhealthy.
Yes.
and then that's also like, it's just not realistic. You know what I mean? Like, it's not what you're going to do, and something sustainable, right? So setting a sustainable goal where you can be like, okay, I want to get to 20% body fat, or I want to get to 15% body fat percentage, where that you can actually live however you want to live, you know what I mean? Yeah. At that body fat percentage. Getting a 4% body fat is not a realistic thing, you know what I mean? Because it's not sustainable. Yeah. Does that make sense? So I think that's the first thing I would let people know is like, find a goal and that's realistic. Yeah. Find a goal that's realistic and stick to it. So that would be
step one?
That would be step one for sure. And then I guess the second thing is to get into a place where you feel comfortable at first. Does that make sense? Because if you go into it and you're uncomfortable right away, you're obviously gonna back away. You know what I mean? You're like, never mind. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like a lot of people, they'll tell me like, oh, I went to kickboxing and I got my ass kicked. You know what I mean? Like they were trying to get my leg all the way up here, and you know what I mean? And it wasn't for them. You know what I mean? Like, okay, then start off at a yoga class or start off at the gym, maybe doing some cycling or something, you know what I mean? Or like a Zumba class where it's, you're just moving at your own pace. Yeah. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Because especially if you're just getting started, you know what I mean? Yeah. You don't want to be
jumping. Don't start kickboxing.
Don't be starting like no kickboxing or powerlifting and shit like that. Like
trying to bench press 135.
Like, bro, what?
You're like, hold up.
Exactly. And I think
like baby steps, right?
Yeah, baby steps, because a lot of people, like I see it at the gym so much. Like they'll go with their friend who they think is like, this physical fit person, it's like super crazy fit person. And then that person will push them to be doing like the same weight that they've been doing for like 5 years. And then they're like just starting in the gym and they're like
the whole ego lifting.
Yeah. And I'm like, bro, you literally have to start
from scratch.
Start from scratch. You can't be starting at Joe's level. You know what I mean? You got to start at your level. You know what I mean?
Pick up the bar at least.
Yeah, start off with the bar. So yeah, that's kind of the biggest thing I would. That's the second thing I would recommend. So step 1,
find a goal.
Find a goal. Step 2, start at your own level. Right, start at the basic level. Find something that you're comfortable with. And then step 3 is like to educate yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether that's a basic level of education, whether that's getting a trainer and like just kind of getting some sort of education on, how to do things. Yeah. Or like going to YouTube or signing up for some courses or something, because I feel like that's the one thing that we fail to realize is that it takes a lot of education to do certain things.
Yeah, of course.
Like, you know what I mean? Like some people think they can just do it, know, and that's not how it works. You think you can just work out McDonald's? You can't. You have to go through
training and stuff.
You know what I mean? It seems like the easiest job on the planet. People think, but you have to go through training to learn the systems. You got to learn how to work, how to, what to clean, how to clean.
How to keep the chicken nuggets nice and crisp.
Yeah, the crisp. I don't want no stale ass chicken nuggets.
Keep the pan in.
Exactly. Oh, that's funny. But no, that's just how it goes. Like you can't just hop into anything, you know what I mean? Like that's really what it takes. So that's a good 3-step process that I think that anybody pinche moscas.
Sorry, there's a mosca attacking Tori right now. Tori.
No, but that's really like how it goes. And you gotta take everything step by step to achieve your goal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is there anyone on YouTube you recommend people to look up? Because I know, I feel like everybody makes videos, but is anyone credible enough to where you're like,
there's this guy that I really follow. I really followed when I was first starting, I guess, the fitness thing. His name's Jeff Nippert. Short little white dude. Like he's a super dope guy. Like he has some really good information. I think the biggest thing is to go to different people.
Like find what you're wanting to do?
Well, not even that. It's more so of like get information from different angles.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because some people are biased to their own opinions. Oh, does that make sense? So I would say like go to different types of people. Like you'll see like people are like bodybuilders. There's bodybuilders. There's sports performance coaches. There's CrossFit guys, you know, there's so many different types. There's so many different types of physical fitness that they're going to have different beliefs, you know what I mean? And different studies, sciences and stuff like that, that so I would definitely go to different coaches or different types of YouTubers, and try to stay away from like the people who are kind of like just aesthetic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like if
Because you told me that you're like, realistically, you're like, that's not
like
achievable.
I mean, most of those guys are like naturally like that. Like they just wake up in the morning and they're like eating freaking. They just had McDonald's and Burger King last night.
Yeah.
And then
they're flat stomach like nothing. Yeah.
Exactly. So I would say stay away from people who don't have like the education. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And even be cautious about people who do have education. You know what I mean? Always look for another person to follow as well. You know, that's just one thing that I would say. Also, the Mind Pump. That's a podcast that I listen to regularly.
Yeah.
Like every day type. They're really good. They're really good people. It's like 4 dudes. They just sit around and kind of talk about different topics. Like people send them like questions and stuff like that. It's mostly a male dominant one. But like I said, that's just because it's personally
you're
related.
a man.
I'm a man. It's just personally related to myself. But Jeff Nippert is a good way to start. He's like I would say he's like that one guy that I would say go look at him, and then there'll be other people that pop up underneath him.
Like the recommendations.
Yeah, recommendations and stuff like that. Go follow, or not follow, but go check those guys out as well. Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
I love that. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for educating us about fitness. Because I feel like now that TikTok has been a big thing, and also Instagram too, like I'm glad everybody wants to be more fit and know, but I feel like nobody knows where to start. And everybody just looks at, like the one TikToker I showed you, she was like the skinny little thing, and then she got all bulky, and I was like, I want to look like her. You're like, Clum, but you haven't even started there. And I'm like, okay. So like, it's just, I feel like people just see that, and then they're like, oh, I want to be her. But it's like, it's not even the same step process at all. I think,
and that's the other thing is like, I think that TikTok and Instagram has really messed up people's heads. You know, like in the physical fitness or in the fitness industry, like they think that these people are some of them, okay, I'm gonna give a lot of them credit, but some of them are like doing this and doing that. But a lot of them either have coaches, like that help them get to exactly where they are at, or a lot of them are genetic, like I said, genetic freaks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the number one thing is you got to figure out where your genetics lie, and then you got to figure out where your discipline lies.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
For sure.
Like, are you disciplined enough to stick to a plan or stick to an eating habit, or you know, whatever it is, discipline in getting the sleep, the nutrition, the workouts, the cardio. Are you disciplined enough to get to that level? Does that make sense? And then the other part is, do you have the genetics to get to that level? Or to like, because some of those guys, they go, or some of the women, they go from like little skinny sticks to like this, you know, 140 pound muscle girl, you know what I mean? And people are like, oh, that's so cool. Like, how'd you do that?
Me?
You know,
I'm like, I want to look like that, and realistically, like,
yeah, I mean, it's a realistic expectation.
Which they were from skinny to bulking up. I have to go the opposite.
Yeah, sometimes you have to realize that, okay, if you have a certain goal and you're like a bigger girl, you will have to cut down first, right? And then build up from there. You know what I mean? There is a such thing called body recomposition, but it's a very fine line. You know what I mean? Of because you would have to track how many calories you're taking in, how many calories you're actually burning throughout the day. Like it's a crazy science, you know? And I feel like a lot of people just don't have that dedication, especially with, you know, your job, for example. Like you're not like, I wouldn't say your job's not it's not like a steady job. You don't have like a set hours.
Oh no,
you know
I work whenever.
Like, you're working whenever, like
all
me,
the time,
for example.
all day. Yeah,
yeah. So we have
I'm
jobs.
always standing, working.
Exactly.
If I have time to eat, I shove food in my mouth for 10 seconds, and then I'm like, hey, I gotta keep going.
Exactly. So we have to figure out time slots. You know what I mean? Like on when to eat or when to rest, different things like that. When to work out, for example. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like it takes a lot. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people just they kind of have to realize that, you know, it takes a lot of work. It's not one of those things you can do, wake up and be like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna do it. I mean, if you have that in you, by all
that.
means,
Yes.
do it. I will praise you, but do not like come into it like thinking it's gonna be an easy route. And I think that's the number one thing that people have to realize. And sometimes these influencers, they post the beginning picture and then the after picture, right? The months that, you know, they'll say like, oh, it took me this, but you don't realize like
what happened in between.
Yeah, you don't know what they were doing. You don't know if they were eating trash or if they were eating like nothing. They were starving themselves. You don't know what they were doing in that process. So like unless they videotape every single second of that time, don't rely on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I feel like a lot of them post a lot of unrealistic things. Like they wake up, they make their eggs, they go for a walk, they shower, they go to the gym, they read a book, and then they go to bed. I'm like, realistically, no. Yeah. Like a lot of us have
there's some people that do that.
Yeah,
but not every single day. Not every single day, yeah. And I think that's one of the things that people have to
I think they fantasize it wrongly.
You have to get out of that fantasization of I want to do the morning routine. I want to do the night routine, and then forget all the rest that happened in between that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the preparation that it took to get to where they could do stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't write that out. They didn't tell you about that, or they didn't tell you that there was some nights where they didn't go to bed, or they went to bed without eating. You know what I mean? There were some nights or days where they didn't eat anything. There were some weeks where they didn't eat anything. They starved themselves. You know what I mean? To get to where they're at. And I think that that's the biggest problem in the social media TikTok industry right now. It's just people don't. It's fake. Yeah. It's a front, just like the people that always like, oh, I got all this money and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
bro, that's your tax return. Like,
that's your daddy's money.
Your daddy's money. Like, put that stuff away.
Sorry, daddy, hit me up though.
Yeah, facts though. Hey, I need a sugar daddy. Hey, I need a sugar daddy, sugar mama, grandma,
sugar,
everything.
Who gave me sugar? Where do we take it? I need that money.
Give it to me for real. Like that's really what I see, and I want people to realize is like, if you got it in you, you got it. If you don't,
work harder.
Yep.
Love that.
Work harder. Yep.
Are you taking new clients right now for personal training, or are you a little booked right now?
No, I'm trying to figure out my schedule now that I got another job and stuff like that. Like, I'm just trying to figure out my schedule. I will always take clients. Don't get me wrong.
If you guys want to be trained by the best, by greatness himself, hit up Tori on his Instagram. It's TDBO.
W.
Sorry, I have dyslexia. WMAN14.
This girl.
It's because you have the D and the B right next to each other.
It's TD Bowman 14.
It's because you have these letters next to each other, and then you have these ones. Sir.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. It's all jacked up. I get it. I got it. I got you. Yeah, I mean, actually, I forgot to tell you, Columba.
Exciting news. What's up?
So, I developed an app that I'm gonna start taking some online clients here soon. I don't know when, because I still have my contract with Gold, so I can't technically
leave.
Yeah, I can't.
You can't do both.
No, I can't do online clients.
Oh, is that like conflict of interest?
Yeah, conflict of interest. Yep. I developed an app though. It's gonna be right now. It's just gonna be for like my close family, close friends that don't live in the area. Yeah. But as soon as I get, like a consistent pay scale with that, then I'll start transitioning to the online training, because I think that that'll really benefit me as far as time goes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Because right now I'm working at the gym is like taking a lot of my time away.
I feel like you're burning yourself out.
I'm burning myself out for sure. For sure. With like training. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I spend too much time there. So you're always there. I swear, bro. Like, I mean, I'm not there during the afternoons, but in the mornings at 5:30 to the night at 9-10 o'clock at night. So I'm like, dang, bro, this is too much. Yeah. You know? So yeah, I think that I'm definitely gonna start having the people transition to online.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you.
Love that. Great. Good job leveling up.
Hey, like I said, I told y'all,
You're always gonna level up. I love
moves,
it.
baby.
I leveled up. I made a podcast.
Exactly.
See, I'm being great. Ooh, yes.
Greatness, baby.
He thought this was my first episode. I was like, sir, this is like number 9.
No, the reason why I thought that is because like I never saw like an actual like.
I made posts.
Well, no, like an actual video. I seen the post, but I never seen like an actual video. You know, like some people they'll post like clips.
Little clips. Yeah,
they'll
I haven't
post like
done
little
that.
clips of the videos.
I should probably start doing that.
Level up, baby.
Level up. Producer, brother-in-law, we need to figure something out.
We got to figure it out now. But like at least chopping it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then putting you know, some type of marketing so that people can know like, oh, that was a good clip. That was a funny ass clip. Like, let me go watch it. You know what I mean? And then you can.
I love the feedback. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I definitely love helping people out. Like that's like one thing I love doing.
Yeah.
Is like, in any way I can.
I know
like,
you were so excited as soon as I texted you. Like, dude, I'm down. Let's do it. I was like,
down.
yeah, let's
I'm
go.
down. I'm always down. Like, I mean, it's an hour or two out of my schedule.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win situation, you know. Like, you know, you never know what this is gonna do, you know, for either one of us.
Yeah.
Know? This episode could blow up.
It could. It will. This episode will blow up.
There you go. Or I guess.
And the Kodiak Bears is going to sponsor the both of us.
They can come and drop us a little package off, you know, at the front door, you know, with their little mascot and whatnot.
Oh my god, yes. I'm tagging them.
I'm dead.
Everybody tag them in the
tag them
in the post.
You know, get some subscribers. Hey, I want 5% commission.
We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Nah, but yeah, just leveling up, baby. Leveling up. Yeah, so just stay tuned for that because I'll probably put you in there too.
Oh, yeah.
Down the road. Yeah.
Okay, thank you again, everybody. Yes, follow him on Instagram and everything. Every Tuesday at 7 a.m. I'm on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and then
YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, and YouTube. I always forget YouTube.
Don't forget YouTube.
I always forget. And YouTube, guys, so you can see my my face. Well, but now you can see both our beautiful faces. You can see this beautiful chocolate man.
White Chicks is goated.
Dude, I fucking love White Chicks. What's that?
Goated.
What? That one scene?
Which one?
The one when she's just laying there and then Terry gets on top of her and then he's like, I wouldn't want you to melt white chocolate.
Oh, when he walks over?
Yeah, when they're at the beach.
And like the song's playing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I went there in the car and he's singing making my way downtown. Walking fast.
He's like,
this is my
how did you know? This is my song. He like turns it up. That's terrible.
Or the lady will have a salad. Perhaps not.
Perhaps not.
Or when he's at the club and he roofied the wrong person and he sleeps with the white guy.
Yeah, that was terrible.
He's all dancing. He's like, with
the little glow sticks. Yeah. Ever since that episode or that movie? Part of that movie, I love the song. I think it's
100,000 Miles.
No, Satisfaction.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I love that freaking beat. I don't know why, but
my favorite part in the movie when they're at the party and he's like, "This is an all-white party."
No, when he got shot, and he's like, "Please." That shit
an all-white party.
That shit had me dead. Like, he legit was mad as hell.
Like, when I first saw it, I wasn't getting the jokes because I was young.
Yeah.
But then I saw it a couple years later, and I was laughing so hard.
Yeah. I think the opening scene set the tone for how the movie was gonna be. Like,
oh yeah, when they're at the convenience store. Is it convenience store?
They have the disguises on.
Oh yeah.
$1 Mila. $1 Mila. And he's like talking like he's like
he's like that
Puerto Rican or something.
Oh yeah,
he's trying to be Puerto Rican or I don't know.
Dominican,
Cuban. Dominican or something like that.
He's being something, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, dang, that's.
And then they're
funny.
like, I brought you your ice cream. They're like, no drugs. He's like, no ice cream.
He's like, chocolate, vanilla, Napoleon, for example. Yeah,
just know the whole movie.
yeah, I do. It's terrible. Yeah, I love that
Like,
movie.
how did you get so tall? Oh, I got my knees done.
I got my knees done. But for real, that's like that movie's like goated for some
It
reason.
really is. It's one of the. I'm so glad they made it back in the day because now.
If they would have made that,
y'all too sensitive now.
no. But in the car, I think the car scene with the white girls.
Oh, when they're saying
like,
the.
And I was like, oh shit, because I watched it again, like
older,
and I was like, oh shoot, like they let them say that, and then I realized I was like, that was like in 2000s, you know what I mean? Like,
when it was somewhat okay.
Well, it was like, well, not okay, but it was like, it was like
no. More people said it without the consequences.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It was more of
not
like,
saying you guys should say it because I don't say that word, but
it should definitely
you know what I mean.
Like, well, I feel like the N-word. Okay, so this is my viewpoint on the N-word. The N-word is like a hard word for like people to. I feel like people shouldn't say it, but it's hard for people to understand why they shouldn't say it.
Oh, 1,000%.
Even like black people shouldn't even be saying it, in my opinion, just because of the fact that like it's in music, it just makes it so popular. You know what I mean?
That's always people's excuses. Like, oh, it's in the song, I can say it.
Yeah.
Or I have black friends, I can say. I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's just hard because it's so. You know, it just,
I think people used to use it just as nothing, and now it's like, well, technically, it is something.
Yeah, I think it does have some type of weight to it for sure, and I think people should definitely, I wouldn't say be cautious about it, but I think it definitely
be careful.
Be careful, you know, especially when you say it around certain people.
Oh, for sure.
Like, because nowadays, for sure, like you say the wrong thing around people, somebody's gonna get offended for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like this guy, the other day he called me boy, older white guy, and and like he doesn't know who I am, like he doesn't know where I'm from, like he doesn't know what the types of things I've like going through in my life. Yeah. And he called me boy, and it like set off a trigger in my head. Like,
you're like fight or flight.
I was like, bro, this man just called me a boy. I'll beat this. I'll beat this. Like, you know what I mean? Like this old man was like white dude. You know what I mean? Like, don't you ever call me boy? Like I'm a grown ass man. Like,
but to him, you're a boy.
But to him, I'm a boy. And then also to myself, boy is like a derogatory term towards black people. You know what I mean? Like,
oh really? Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, when you call, especially old white people call you boy.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like disrespectful. So I was like,
I didn't know that was a thing. Thank you for educating me.
Yeah, my family's, I have a lot of family in the South. You know, like so like there's still segregation. Yeah, and people don't even realize that in the South. Like,
but it's still happening.
It still happens big time, and people don't even know that. And it really triggered me because I was like, bro, like who the hell does this man think he is? Like, and he's like, I didn't mean it like that. I was like, all right, like, sure you didn't, but like, I'll let you slide on this one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But people don't realize like words do affect you in certain ways.
Oh, for sure.
Like even if you say you're not sensitive, like it affects you.
It's like the little things that you don't realize it. Because every time sometimes I go to when I go to Fort Collins, Fort Collins is majority white, so I'm always waiting for someone to say something stupid to me, and I hate it because I'm just like they're gonna say something and it's gonna trigger the frick out of me, and I'm gonna go Karen on them.
Yep, and Fort Collins is a very interesting place. They're very funny.
Very Caucasian.
Very Caucasian. They're like mountain Caucasian though.
Oh yeah, very Patagonian and North Face. Yeah,
legit Caucasian.
They drink IPAs.
Yeah, they're different over there. Different breed.
Really are.
Different breed.
Every time I go, I'm like, am I allowed in here?
Yeah.
That's how I think I'm the only one that felt that. I feel like when I was younger, I didn't feel it.
Bro, let me tell you, when I got to Mexico, bro, so we flew into Durango, the airport, right? And like it was cool at first, like they were chilling, and then we went to this marketplace, right? And you know how the marketplaces, like they have like just all these vendors and stuff like that. Yeah, like everybody was like this,
looking at you like
like staring at me.
Who is this
man?
Like
literally staring, like they were like. And like this one lady, I caught her in the corner of my eye. She was talking, and in mid-sentence, she was like, she dropped her jaw like bad, and then she was like,
Just pointing.
And
They
I was like,
pointed at you.
yeah,
That's
they were.
fucked up.
Well, I mean, I understood why
Yeah.
because I was like, like they
They're not
probably
used
never
to
seen a
it.
black person in their life in this town, you know.
Yeah.
And then when I got to Zacatecas, it was even worse because it's a smaller town.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So they probably never even seen black people on TV. You know what I mean?
You were foreign
I was
to
like,
them.
I was like legit foreign. So we were at the because it was the 15th, right? The Independence.
The 16th. Well,
The
the day before is El Grito, yeah.
yeah. So it was like the Independence Day or whatever for the Mexicans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were at the parade, and this little girl. You could tell she ain't never seen no black person before in her life.
She's like, you're a little tan, sir.
She went like this. She was like this. Like, this is me.
Yeah.
This is her. She's like. And then she would look back at her mom, like, for confirmation. Like,
are you looking what I'm looking?
Do you see what I
Is
see?
he here?
Yeah, and she was like. And I was like, dang, bro. Like, but it goes to show you that, like, man, this is like people don't really see one another, you know what I mean? And then I went to this party with my girlfriend's family, and this lady, she was like almost in tears. She's like, it means so much to me that you would come to
that you went to
our place and enjoy it, like, and actually like embrace the culture. And I was like, dang, bro, like we got to do better as people, you know what I mean? Like, of going around and actually experiencing what each culture is about, you know what I mean? Because if we don't educate ourselves, then...
And I feel like people go to Mexico and all they do is go to Cancun and Puerto Vallarta and they go sit at a resort and then that's it.
Exactly. And
they
you're just going to
like,
America.
Oh, yeah. They're like, oh, I went to Mexico. I was like,
no, you didn't.
Technically, but you didn't go to Mexico. You didn't enjoy anything.
You went to America.
Yeah, you went to a Mexican America.
Literally. Like, that's why I went there is because I wanted to enjoy, like, what Mexico
You wanted to
experience I wanted to experience it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad. I saw I have her on Instagram, so I saw that, and you were in Mexico. I love that. You were experiencing a lot of things. I love that for sure.
We were in Mexico.
Glad you got to experience that.
Yeah, and I had a great time. Super fun. Great people.
If you guys ever want to go to Chihuahua, I'll take you both.
I'm kind of scared to go to Chihuahua.
It's not. Here we go.
Kind of scared.
I am from Chihuahua, not from Juarez. That's where you get shot at. I'm not from Juarez. I'm from 2 hours, 4 hours down from Juarez. Yeah,
that way.
Well, so after Juarez, it's 2 hours, and then that's where it's Yomala. You'll eat the best quesadillas, burritos ever. So I'll take you both there, and then 2 more hours. I got you. I'll take you to the motherland. It's the big ass city, so you'll be good.
I'm supposed to be going.
I think people have seen you. People will know you.
No, black people.
I don't think they might give you the stare, but it's fine. I got you.
Yeah.
I'll fight them for you, for both of you.
Yeah, Chihuahuas. That sounds scary.
It's not scary.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my clients, he wants to take me out there to go see his town.
Where's he from?
Chihuahua. But I don't know
what part.
Like, what part? Like, I don't know the actual town name. Yep.
It's not that bad. I promise. I came back and forth alive. I was just there last year.
I was just there last year.
Yeah, I went in the summer in June, July, August, May. Close enough.
All of them.
Yeah, I was just all there. I was
stayed
just
there for
last
the year.
summer. I was over there.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going. I think the next time I do want to go to Tulum.
Oh, I want to go to Tulum. It seems so beautiful.
I just want to go to the jungle gym.
To the jungle, literally the jungle gym.
I just want to take a picture there. That's it.
You just want to flex for the Insta.
That's all I want to do.
You're the aesthetic.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm like ready to. I don't want to go over there.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thank you again for the 7,000th time. Everybody, give Tori a big ol' thank you. Woo! And yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.